Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thundersley Present. It's lovely to have you all here online, and it's absolutely lovely to have Claire and Thor back. So if you are new to hi, I always feel awkward because where you're positioned and where I think you are on the camera makes me look like I'm waving to spirits. But hello over there. Good, hello both of you. So it's absolutely amazing to have you both back. Really looking forward to doing another evening with yourselves, doing your mediumship, because you both were absolutely fantastic last time. So super excited to see you work again online, and good evening to everybody who is online. For those who are new, hello, I'm Claire, and I work with wonderful Thundersley, helping mediums, working mediums, learn and grow on an online platform. Because an online platform is completely different to working face-to-face. You are completely putting your trust in spirit to ensure that the messages you pass over are strong, that you can work with different types of energies, how they deliver, how your loved ones chat to you. And this is a wonderful safe space, especially for Claire and Thor and all the other mediums, to be able to practice their online mediumship. They're an amazing mediums. They work in churches and centres and give readings, one-to-one readings. They're brilliant. But now we are just encouraging them to start moving into the world of online. And hopefully very soon you'll be seeing them doing divine service. There you go. There's your nudge, Claire and Thor.
Lovely.
They're like, no, not yet, Claire. So this evening is all about giving Claire and Thor the space, the safe space to learn and grow how to do their mediumship online. And for them to do that, we need your help as the viewers. Now, what I need for yourselves is, if Claire and Thor do come to yourselves, we ask for you to please comment back. I know it's easy to say the yeses and the nos, but when you're working digitally and you're just chatting to your loved ones, we all need that little bit of reassurance that we're on the right path, especially if spirit comes along and decides to throw in double links and such like, but touch wood, we don't have that this evening. So if Claire or Thor does, we don't want them, if Claire or Thor does come to you, please, and you are open for a message, we ask for you to please respond with a little bit more detail than yes. It's not feeding the mediums here, it's just giving them a little bit of clarity, especially if Claire or Thor have thrown three or four bits of information to you, you come back to yes, they haven't got a Scooby what you're talking about. And as lovely Rob, who is our digital side, has said, if they mention a car, please can you come back and go, yes, it's a red car. That's always our little jokey line. So I am going to leave it for the time being because this isn't about me. This is about giving Claire and Thor the support to do their online mediumship. I'm going to open it up to Claire and Thor to do a opening prayer, and then we will move into our evening of mediumship. We'll have a little break just to give Claire and Thor a chance to go, huh. And then they are given an opportunity to explain who they are and what they do, because we all know what spirit's like. They're normally jabbering away at us whilst we're trying to work at the same time. So Claire and Thor, over to you. Yay! I leave it to you to figure out who's doing the opening prayer. I'm leaving you now.
Okay, thank you very much, Claire. Okay, would everyone like to please bow their heads for the opening prayer? Divine Spirit, Lord, Eternal Light, thank you for bringing this wonderful group of people together today. Can you please kindly assist us to thin the veil and ease the connection between spirit, or between us, our guides and spirit, that we may make contact with our loved ones, those in spirit who wish to communicate with us, and provide us with messages of love, comfort, healing and joy. Please bless us with the presence of angels and surround us and all in attendance with a cloak of love, comfort and protection, that we may safely connect only with spirit of good intent and give blessings to all present this evening, be they on the earth plane or in the spirit world. Amen. Okay. All right.
I'll leave it to you guys. You look like you've got somebody ready, so go for it.
Okay, good evening, everybody, and thank you very much for the warm welcome, Claire, and thank you very much for allowing us to join you here this evening. I do have a lady trying to come forward and connect. I believe that this lady would be a mum, and she's telling me that she passed a spirit, I want to say around about the age of 67, 68. So I feel that this lady was actually still young. I feel that she still had things that she wanted to achieve, and she still had plenty of life left in her. She's talking about the month of May for her passing, and I feel with her that she's quite a curvy lady, and she was quite fussy with her hair. So I feel that she kept her hair quite sort of like light, like a blondish colour. I feel that she would have dyed it that sort of colour. I feel like she had a little bit of grey coming in, but her hair is about sort of chin length. So as I say, a curvy lady with chin length hair. She's got a very kind face, this lady, and I feel that her personality would have been very kind as well. She feels to me like a carer. So I'm not quite sure if she did that for a living, but she's kind of giving me the indication that she would be a carer. I'm not sure if this would be for children, maybe grandchildren, or like adults in an adult setting. But I'm not sure if anybody can take that information at the moment. With regard to her passing, I feel this was around her chest area. And I know that before she passed, she would have had a dreadful cough for some time. I don't feel it was a quick passing. I feel like she had an illness around the chest area. She would have had quite a bad cough with this, and unfortunately went downhill. So I'm not sure if anybody can, I don't know if Claudette, can you understand that, or... Not sure.
I would actually say, with regard to the connection, Claire was making the connection with regard to caring for people. I do wonder whether this lady was actually a nurse. I get the feeling she would have been a nurse. She's very much a carer, either with, either, like you say, I think more possibly with children.
Okay.
Yes.
Stacey Doherty. So this very much sounds like your mum. Okay, thank you. If we're okay to work with you, we'll try and get some more information. So she's talking about the month of May with her passing, but I also feel that this is around somebody's birthday as well, because I feel that the passing was not long after a birthday. I don't want to say it was before. I think it was just after a birthday. So, and I feel that whoever's birthday this is kind of relates it around the time of mum's passing. So she's kind of like wanting to apologise for that, because she's saying, I'm sorry that it happened like that. So you're the carer, Stacey. Okay, lovely. Okay, thank you for confirming that. Your mum is coming through to us as a very, very caring lady. She feels very supportive, but I feel that you need support at the moment. Sometimes so your mum passed in December. Okay, but can you take the month of May? Because she's imprinting May. for a pass. I felt it was for her passing, but for a passing and a birthday. So I'm not sure if you would understand this. She's making me feel that she would be very much into cooking and getting the family together. So I feel like every Sunday there was like a roast on the table. I feel like that was quite a big thing for her, and she was at her happiest if she had her family surrounding her. Your mum's wedding anniversary was May, okay? And I want to be drawn to like the end of May with this, so I'm not sure if I'm getting this right. Forgive me if I'm not, but I feel like I want to say the 28th for some reason. But okay, so mum loved cooking for the family. So I just feel that she's coming through support for you at the moment, because I just feel that life feels a bit flat for you, and I just feel that you're kind of just having a bit of a tough time at the moment, just trying to kind of get to grips with everything. I'm not sure if that makes sense for you.
I think it's very much, the interesting thing is, and you were saying at the end of May, I was actually getting, and Claire will smile when I say this, I was actually getting the 9th of May. Which is my birthday. Now, I don't know why I was getting that, but it was either the 9th or the 7th I was getting. Can't take the 20th, okay. Basically, it's for some reason when you mentioned it, it really came forward to me as well. I would say this lady would like to actually, she'd like to, it's almost like display. You say about she loved the family round. It was, even though it was family and even though it would be a regular thing, it was always a display, almost as if it was someone new coming in every time. And she'd actually really like to, if you like, perform and actually make that table look absolutely wonderful. Okay, I'm just trying to think what else we got here with the lady.
Would you understand? Sorry.
No, carry on. You go for it.
Okay, this is what happens when we get too carried away. Would you understand a small dog at mum's heels as well? Because I feel there's like, I don't know if it's a Yorkshire Terrier or Jack Russell sized dog. I want to go a small dog that would have been around mum or like around the family. Yes, before she really made the effort before she got poorly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just feel with this lady, she's just coming through so much love. She just wants you to know that she's around, because I feel like sometimes you feel that you're not getting those signs and not getting that connection. So it's like a reminder that I'm around and I'm here and I see everything that's going on. You've got a Frenchie and a pug. Oh, yeah. How lovely. I just felt like a Mulkey. Oh, what's a Mulkey? I've not heard of that one. So yeah, I just felt like it was small dogs around as well. Yeah. And she wants, she's talking about wrapping up in like a big fluffy blanket. So I don't know if she was feeling cold, like quite a lot, or you feel the cold, but I want to like give a big fluffy blanket, and I feel like I'm wrapped up in like this big fluff. Okay, the signs aren't as strong lately. No, okay. No. But know that she's around you always. You know, when we lose people, our loved ones, we always worry, are they okay? You know, where are they? Why am I not seeing the signs? But it's not that they're not around. They are. Sometimes it's just very, very subtle signs. It can just be something as simple as like a scent going past, but just for a second. It can be as subtle as that. So...
And I think she's actually allowing you, I think that the understanding I'm getting actually from her is that she's actually allowing you need a little bit of time for yourself as well. And even she's giving you that time. So although you actually, although she's actually there with you, she's sitting back, she's taking care, she's there with you, but actually allowing you to actually have that time to yourself, because that's very important for you. And it was always very important for her as well.
Yeah. Would you understand the name of Jean around mum? I'm not saying that is her name, but I heard the name Jean, and I feel like it's important that I give that to you. So if you can't take it, then absolutely fine, but I just felt that I needed to give you that name.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I do need some time.
Okay. Yeah.
It's important to have time to yourself.
I think you mentioned the dogs. We weren't quite sure whether it was her dogs or your own, but I think with that, the time, the comfort, and actually time with those as well. We've got the same sitting down here.
A tiny dog just down there.
Just down here. And basically that time's important as well. So they'll actually give you that time. They'll give you that support and that warmth. You were saying about feeling cold and needing that warmth. And I think that's where she would have actually brought that in as well. What else do you think they should bring in?
Just wants to show me a balloon, like a helium balloon. So I'm not sure what the importance of that is. I'm not seeing anything on the balloon. It's just like, you know, like if you go into the card shops and you get the helium balloons, I'm just seeing that to be given to you. I'm not sure what the connection is with that, but this is what I'm seeing and I feel the need to give to you. And also bluebells. So I'm not sure if Mum spent time, she enjoyed nature and she would have loved being like out when the bluebells were out, but this is what I'm just seeing.
I'm getting the smell of hyacinths, so I'll support that. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
So definitely hyacinths, blue hyacinths. Okay.
You can't understand the balloon.
No.
Okay, I'm not sure what the relation is with that, because I'm not getting any other evidence with it. It's just like I want to give you a helium balloon, but I'm not seeing any numbers on it or happy birthday or anything like that. But you used to pick her bluebells out of your garden. Oh, how lovely. Just know that your mum is around and the love is always there. You will always know, like you will always feel the love from your mum. She's a very caring lady, very loving lady.
And I would say look out for the smell of those bluebells as well. It's quite a distinctive smell, and it's something that came through to me when you started talking about it, quite honestly. Yeah. So,
okay, leave her love with you.
Yes.
But look after yourself.
Thank you, Stacey.
Oh my gosh. Are you two not just ready for divine service now? Shall I just go? We've got a prayer going on there. Honestly, that was absolutely amazing. So there is no doubt that you two should be services, because you two clearly have got a beautiful connection, and a massive thank you to Stacey for feeding back. That is a brilliant way of helping us mediums when we're working on digital, unless you want the comedy value of us going but thank you so much.
Yeah, so
but please comment that sheer panic on your face when nobody's come back and gone ooh and not said anything. You're like, so thank you so much, Stacey, for feeding back. That really does help. If you have just joined us, it is Thundersley Presents with me, but I'm redundant today, really, so that's all right. I can sit back and relax. Enjoy the show. We had the lovely Claire and Thor, who they're not new. They've got it in the bag, these two, regarding practicing mediumship online. They've got it in the bag. That's done and dusted. That is their show tonight. So if you would like a message from Claire and Thor, all you have to do is comment below. As you saw how the lovely Claire brought through somebody and then Thor was able to connect. That's how they're working at the moment. It might change, it might not, but they need you to comment so we can see and pick up your energy. And if you are working with Claire and Thor, please be like lovely Stacey, commenting and feeding back. You're not feeding the medium, you're just giving the reassurance that what we is correct, because both Claire and Thor, any medium online, will not be able to understand the messages from your loved ones without you saying, yeah, that makes sense. No, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, as they sometimes have. So, right, I'm going to be quiet. We will have a little bit of a catch up, Claire and Thor, on yourselves, but I have an inkling there's another person in spirit hanging around, so I'm going to sit back, relax, and watch the pros. So, Claire and Thor, back to you.
Thank you.
Now, those of you who know me, although I've got a habit of actually having spirit appear literally 24 hours before I'm even due to actually come on, and basically I allowed Claire to go first because I thought, let Claire do her bit, and then I'll bring this chap in. I've got a chap in the name of his name was either Cole or Colin. Cole being quite an unusual name, but this chap was late 20s, early 30s. He's lovely chap, but he's quite an old soul. When he passed, he was I was going to say you'd have actually thought the way his way of thinking and everything about him was very much, you'd have put another 10-15 years on him if you'd have actually been speaking to him but not actually see him. Very old soul, very knowledgeable chap, and very, very capable, I would say. He's well built, staunch in build, but chilled, solid and approachable. I'm looking over here because I've got some notes down here that I've actually made over the day. The main note I've got here is he was a great friend and brother to a wonderful sister. Now, that came through very, very clearly. So what I was actually getting from that is that potentially, rather than actually being that brother, the way I'm seeing it is potentially the friend, or this could be a friend with a brother called Cole or Colin. And basically, but he would be someone you would really remember. Fantastic person, and someone when you would have actually entered the house, entered the property, it'd almost be like his aura was calling to you. Absolutely wonderful chap. I feel he passed with a once again with the chest condition, and it was quite a fast passing as well, as I understand it. Can anybody take this gentleman? Absolutely lovely guy, quite honestly.
You've got to deathly silence now, Pat.
Oh,
it's scary. This is a
scary
bit.
Wait to see he's quite persistent. That's one thing I will say about him. He's sort of dipped in and out over the last 24 hours. He appeared last night, almost 24 hours before we started, and continuously sort of dipped in all day today as well. A little bit of information here, a little bit of information there, and Claire, you were making the comment earlier about cars. Something I did get through was an old blue Fiesta. Those who know me will also know I love my cars. As a background, I will always know, but it was an old Mark II Fiesta that he was involved with. I say involved with because I can see him actually working on this car and actually giving quite a bit of love to this car, even though it wasn't much to look at, must I say. I don't know whether I've got anybody.
There is somebody, Pandora Sirius. You've written Colin, Jamie, and Julie. Message, please. So
Would that be Colin?
If this is for you.
Potentially.
So, whilst I let 4 check in with the person in Claire, if you can let them check in. If you're new to this, obviously Thor's got this lovely person coming through. If it resonates with you, if you kind of may not be able to get the name, but you might be able to get the character, or you might find that the names click and the car clicks, please come forward. Please come forward with the info. We have no issue you coming back and saying, I think that makes sense to me, because sometimes we think close network and we just think the media and we don't always think of the wider people. So
yes.
Don't be afraid, the lovely audience, to come forward and say, well, that kind of sense said, as long as you're not stretching with your mind and you're feeling with your heart and like your solar plexus, you are welcome to come through and say. But I see that Pandora can take my dad being Colin and 91. So Thor, back to you. They just need a nudge every so often, the audience.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, you lot.
Basically, here with me, would like to know if we have a message. Alive. Oh, okay. So maybe it was a message for Colin. Okay, right. Well, basically, the chap that I said that's actually passed, I'd like to say late 20s, early 30s. I don't know whether Colin would actually be able to take this individual, particularly the car as well, because I think the car was an important point. He kept pushing the point time and time again with me with the car, and that he used to work on it. Anything? Are you able to chat with him?
I just feel like, let's say, the cars were quite important, but it does feel like a younger energy.
Technical chap.
I'm seeing him quite dark haired as well, like hair colouring similar to mine, but shorter, like short, sort of, I want to say curly hair with this gentleman. But like you said, very old soul. It was almost like he was kind of like ahead of his years. Very knowledgeable man, and would have liked a lot of reading. Quite quiet individual, actually. Is what I'm picking up as well.
But wasn't actually seen to visibly study. He didn't. He almost took on the university of life, if you like, rather than actually a university approach. And very much his knowledge, his understanding was very much developed from what he'd done with his hands, what he'd done with his time, and very much a hands-on man. And I do feel he actually worked with his hands.
So I'm not sure if that information is something your dad Colin would know about, or it's perhaps for somebody else, but the gentleman you're talking about is younger when he passed.
Yes.
So he's definitely in spirit, definitely passed. Would you say?
I would say late 20s, early 30s. And he passed with a chest condition. I actually get quite a almost like a I was going to say pneumonia type. It was that kind of pain, so a pain in the chest.
It does sound like your friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Apologies, Pandora. I've got to be honest. I don't think this message is for you.
Yes.
So, Lady Jackie has taken. Does sound like your friend. He passed at 21.
Okay.
Can you understand the information that he would have had dark hair? I feel he was quite active. I feel like he wouldn't have stayed still very long. Yeah. So I feel like he was kind of like always on his feet, always doing something, always like moving around.
A good strong build. Very a good strong build. Almost the sort of person that if you were to actually meet him, your first thought was, oh, he could be quite firm, quite solid, quite to the point. But the actual feelings that you get from this guy are absolutely wonderful. He's friendly, caring, loving. I'm not against giving someone a good hug, just to cheer them up, make them feel better.
And do you understand the name? So 4 picked up the name Colin, but shortened to Cole. So it's like a nickname of Cole. I'm not sure if you can understand that with your friend.
Also getting the name Julie through with him as well. Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Okay, so that explains the chest.
Okay, that would explain the chest, because it was very much almost like a breathing issue. Okay, Kelvin. Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Yes, very sorry to hear that. With the name, we mentioned the name Julie. Would the name Julie relate to this or correlate with this chap as well? He was quite keen to push this forward. I'm getting that it's definitely it's like you say, it's definitely a friendship feeling. It's not a
family.
A family.
No. And you're talking about I'm seeing now like a teddy. Just it's a small teddy, but I feel that like during the years of your friendship that he would have given you a small teddy for some reason. Don't know whether this would have been a birthday present or something like that, but it's like a little, you know, like the tatty teddies you used to get with the little patches on. That's the type of teddy that I'm seeing. He had a sister in spirit.
Okay.
So maybe that fits there.
That could be. It could be. I would think it's almost a case you may have received him. Yeah.
I just feel like with this gentleman that he was a type of person, even though he passed young at 21, and we talk about him being much more knowledgeable. I feel like if you had, for example, if you'd said to him, oh, I've got a problem with my washing machine, he would have come round, took it to bits and tried to fix it. Might not have gone back together properly, but he didn't give you a teddy, but my dog is called Ted. Oh, okay, I just saw a teddy with, so but that's good that you can take the name Ted. And would that make sense about him wanting to take things apart? Because I feel like he was, it's almost like he had this inner confidence that if he took something apart, he could fix it and it would go back together fine. But I feel like he took a lot of things apart and didn't quite put them back together properly. So I've seen like a toolkit with him for some reason, like tools, like screwdrivers and things like that. So he was always very generous and capable, always tinkering. Okay, because it's that energy that he's bringing forward. It's just like he wants to be fixing things. So I don't know if you've got something at home at the moment that is not working 100%. But I feel like he's there with his toolbox. He wants to fix it for you. So nothing to worry about. It's nothing serious, but it's just like, you know, like if your washing machine makes a funny noise or something like that, I just feel like he would have been round with the toolbox to have a go at fixing it.
And I would say if you've actually got that, if there is an item that you've actually got issues with, just look around, just be aware, just see if you'll feel him about, because he's almost itching to actually get to it. And just to have a go and see if he can make things.
You make him a list.
Yeah, perfect.
He can come round here and have a go.
Definitely. So we've got a few things we could deal with. Yeah, so I'll help him if you like. But he's got
a very cheeky energy. I know, obviously, he was unfortunately 21 when he passed, but he's just like a young, fresh, cheeky energy, and I feel like he would have joked quite a lot. I also feel like he quite liked a bit of swearing, so I'm not going to repeat that, but I just feel like he would sort of joke with you, but he quite liked a bit bad language from time to time. So I'm not sure if you can understand that.
No.
he's talking about being in a pub. He liked a beer, but I want to say for you, it's like a Malibu and Coke or something like that. It's quite a sweet drink he's showing me, so I don't know why I'm getting that, but he's just showing me, like, I want to give you the flavour of a Malibu and Coke. So I'm not sure if that's something you would have done together. You would have gone to a pub together and you would have had that. Okay. He grew up in a pub. That's okay, that makes sense. So yeah. Well, he likes a beer and he likes a Malibu. He had a bit of an eye for the ladies as well, this one, but I don't feel he was in a serious relationship when he passed. I just feel that he was kind of enjoying life and just enjoying his freedom.
Yeah. Message wise, what I'm getting from him really is just a case of actually say bide your time with things, really. If you know, don't get frustrated with things if they don't work, just bear with them and bear with them and just feel. I think it's almost a case of take the comfort that he's around. I'm not getting much more from him with regard to a message.
I want to say
he wants to pick you up. He wants to pick you up mood wise as well. What I'm actually seeing is he just wants to jump in there and just sort of almost say hi, energize you. I think it's a feeling of giving you the energy that he always carried.
Yeah, I just feel this year's thrown you some curveballs, and I just want to say he wants you to start afresh in the new year. Look ahead for 2025 because I feel like you've got a lot of things to look forward to. He's talking about you doing more next year. So I don't know if for some reason you've been not restricted this year, but you've had a lot on your plate and you haven't had the time to do things you enjoy. But next year he's saying get the sun on your face, get away, have a break and look forward to things rather than dreading things. Start to look forward. So,
and he's saying just bide your time with things. Don't get frustrated. Don't let things get you down. That's a polite way of putting it. That wasn't the way you said it, but I'm not saying he does, as Claire said, he does like the language a little bit, but he's basically saying don't let things get you down. Yeah. Just push on through.
Okay. Sorry to hear that you've had a bad year, but he's around you, he's giving you support, and say look forward to 2025 because things will be brighter and better.
If you're feeling down, just sit back, draw in that energy. He's there. And he's there to actually do everything he can for you. So just feel him around. Okay. Should we leave his love with?
Yeah, leave his love with you.
Thank you, Jackie.
Okay, thank you for working with us.
Thank you.
Well done. And thank you again, Jackie. I will jump in for 2 seconds to give you both a bit of a moment because Pandora's mum came with me. So she's popped in. So I just wanted to check whether Pandora was still there because mum's been chatting away at me and I wanted to just pass over this there is a letter that's important to Pandora, so I just wanted to check, and then if she's not back, then I'll still give the message because she can always come back. So hello Pandora, it will be a brief message because this isn't about me passing on messages, it is about giving Claire and for this platform to do it, but your lovely mum was chatting at me and I had to pass over a message to you, my lovely. So she's coming through, my dear, you're still there, excellent. She's coming through, and the first thing she wants to let you know, Pandora, and let your lovely dad know, she is finally settled. She makes me feel, and she tells me how before she passed, there was this sense of feeling like everything felt either confusing to her or she wasn't settled. I feel that there was a lot of anxiety, a little bit of worry within the family to do with her. But she says, look, I feel so much more settled now. She's in the spirit world. So the message instantly for you, Pandora, is to have that comfort to know that this lovely lady is, I'm like, And it just feels like when she was down here, there was too much going on. There was like people like she didn't like people coming in and out, in and out, in and out. She says, I didn't like that. She just wanted to sort of just have time. She says she remembers in her hand being held by your lovely dad, Colin. I use the name because I know that you gave us that. So I put my hand and say I'll use that. But she says she had that awareness of having her hand held, but she didn't want everybody coming in and out, and it got to her a little bit. And she's like, part of her passing is that kind of relaxing, and she is my son. Okay, yeah, that's right, they wouldn't listen, he did, my son. Okay. And she's just like, part of her relief is the fact that now she hasn't got that, and it just feels, do you know what it feels like? It feels like the door kept going in and out, in and out. So there was that feeling around you. either her or somebody around you had pains in their hands. So she's telling me that there is an acknowledgement that she could feel the hand being held. But there is also somebody's either she had aches and pains in her hands, or she had arthritis, or somebody down here's got some aches and pains in their fingers. With you, Thor, you connected in with the Colin. I also connected in with the cars. So this lady was around chatting to you whilst the other lad was having a good old chinwag as well, because she started telling me about how she remembered memories, Pandora, of her and your dad going out in the car and just kind of, I wouldn't say going out on country pubs, but it's that lovely feeling of just going out and having time together and just going off and enjoying some time. And that wouldn't be, she said she loved how your dad saw the freedom of having mobility. So there is a freedom of mobility. So she's coming through with a lovely warm energy for both of you. She says to you, can you keep on counting to 10? So there must be at times where you're getting like, she's saying, Pandora, keep counting to 10. But she laughs because she says to me, you've got such a sweet nature. You don't lose your temper. But there are moments when you're like, okay, I need to count to 10 before I say something I don't want to say. She tells me that June is significant above anniversary. If it's not a name, I need more than 10. Oh, bless you. But we've got June as a significant month. I know you said about the anniversary, but I was about to say October is significant. So she is giving her October as a significant month, and she tells me May. I know they're always backwards. I know I'm going quick, but this is because I want to make sure Thor and Claire have as much opportunity as well. Okay. Give her something to say. Okay. And with your son, she needs to make sure that he goes 100 miles an hour, or whether, I'm not saying he drives 100 miles an hour, Pandora, but either your son goes 100 miles an hour like I am speaking, and him driving like 100 miles an hour. Just because she gets in the car, or she's in the car with him and she's like, no. Oh, and apparently somebody, the amber light is for slowing, not to going through. So amber means get ready, not keep on going. So either you've moaned and had a go at him for jumping the amber light because she's like, Amber, but she wasn't a great driver herself. She she liked being driven around, she tells me, but she wasn't a great driver. I've got to give like Scott or Stephen, but I heard Scott with names. You either they make sense or they make sense later down the line. But she tells me Scott's important. There is a Thomas Thompson as well for you, but she's passing that over to you. But Pandora, she just wanted to let you know she is settled. It's her biggest message for you. She's in the car. She knows about the jumping the orange lights and such like, and she hasn't left you. But she just wanted to give you all a quick message because she was going no at me, and I didn't want to ignore her because then they stay with you and they don't go away until we find you again because they like your loved ones. Right. That's for, I'm going to close your connection down, Pandora, just purely because I didn't want you to feel that you wasn't going to get a message because she was chatting away. Yeah. Right, that was quick. That's old Speedy Claire. I got used to mediumship. I used to have to work very fast because I couldn't bring my mediumship down. So I used to go blur. And I therefore got the nickname Speedy Claire. So anybody that knows me for a long time knows Speedy Claire. So Claire and Thor, I'm guessing, Claire, you're not called Speedy Claire.
No.
That's my nickname.
That's yours.
Please just it's Monday. God help everybody. Both of you, tell us how you got into your mediumship, what you like, if you've got a page or you've got Thor. We know we need to get you a page, mate. We know we need to
I do.
get you a page. But please share us a little bit about yourselves, because obviously we've got an audience here that wants to work with yourselves.
Okay. So Thor and I have been together for 18 years. And when we first met, we decided to go on a paranormal investigation together. And from there, we started traveling all over the UK. We've been to Scotland, very much into the paranormal investigation side of it. We were on the paranormal team at Coalhouse Fort in East Tilbury for a number of years. So we very much enjoyed the paranormal side of it. Then must be about 12, 13 years ago, we started sitting in circle with two lovely ladies down in Kent. So we did that for a while, and then we kind of had a break from it. So life took over, full-time jobs, you know what it's like, and Thor's daughter was young at the time, so spent a lot of time doing things with her. So the mediumship and the spiritual side kind of got put to one side. Very special friend of ours kindly taught us Reiki level 1 quite a few years ago now. Sadly, this lady has now passed her spirit, but she was very much keen on us developing our mediumship and was always kind of pushing us to do more. Very supportive lady, got us into crystals and the healing. So yeah, it's kind of developed from there, and we now sit in two lovely circles. So very much into being committed to our circles, developing our mediumship, putting in the time and the energy and the effort. So we both do one-to-one readings at coffee mornings. Platform is quite new for us, but we started doing some churches. Really enjoying the platform side. Started doing some churches now, some centres. So very gradually just kind of getting out there and sort of seeing where the journey takes us. So
the one thing that Claire didn't mention is when we met 18 or so years ago, I was a complete skeptic. Had experiences, but I was a complete skeptic. And when Claire originally said, do you want to come on a paranormal event, it was like, really? But in reality, you know, that first single event actually completely changed my view on everything, and we've been developing ever since, haven't we, really?
We have. So.
I think so. Yeah, but I was going to say, as Claire has kindly said, Claire has got a page that she has and uses all the time, and I'm working on it. You could always, I'm fussy. That's the trouble. I would normally come up with something straight away, but I am quite fussy.
So on the one-to-one readings, Thor very much likes using runes and his mediumship. I work with tarot cards, oracle cards, crystal ball. I also do runes, and I enjoy doing the one-to-one mediumship as well. So my Facebook page is called Abundance Angel Tarot, if you'd like to check out my page and see what events we're doing. And I'm going to start advertising for on there as well until he gets his own page. So,
but literally, you name it, we're interested.
Yes.
And
it's handy that we're together and we live together as well, because we can bounce room practice off each other, and we can practice. I can practice my tarot on Thor. So So I do have a lady coming forward. So yes, I do have a lady coming forward, and I feel that this lady would have passed no older than 45, and I want to say she's saying sister. So I'm pretty sure that she's got like a wider family, but she's not telling me mum, daughter. She's telling me sister. And I feel that this lady would have spent quite a bit of time in hospital, because I feel like it's a condition. I want to say like a leukemia or something like along those lines, where she would have been put onto medication, and she would have put on a lot of weight through the medication, and she would have lost her hair. But towards her passing, she would have thinned right down. So I know that's quite a vague description, but this is what she's showing me at the moment. So
I'm getting, as you're saying, a distinct, almost like a drained energy feeling. Almost like it would have, you know, at the very same time, or even actually before she started putting the weight on, it would have been a case of just being very tired. And that's the way they actually found out that she had a condition.
Yeah, it's very much, as I say, it's very much a condition where the medication would have put weight onto this lady, because I feel like before this started, sorry, we've got a noisy dog in the background. So before the illness started, I feel like she was like of a medium build. Then she had this illness, and she was put onto medication such as steroids or something like that. And so she would have put on weight, and she would have had hair loss with this illness. She showed me with the time spent in hospital, she's talking about people coming to visit. she's quite arty, this lady. So I feel like she would have really enjoyed doing colouring books and drawing while she spent time in hospital. As I say, she passed no older than, I want to say, like 45 at the very, very maximum. I feel like she's younger than this. So I'm not sure if anybody can take this information so far. Sorry. So we've got the dog in the show now. So so I'm not sure if anybody can take this information, but I do feel like this is a sister relationship. So hopefully,
and a very good relationship, not a sibling. Excuse me, mate. Not a situation where there would have been any rivalry or anything. It would have been a very supportive sister as well.
Very close sister relationship.
Yeah.
So are you picking up anything with this lady? Very nice.
Just a very loving feeling, but almost a frustration that she couldn't give the love and energy that she wanted to give when she was actually on the earth plane. And I'm getting very much almost a feeling of, how would I say it? It's almost a feeling of regret, but also a feeling that she's so thrilled at this point in time that she can actually be around you and actually interact and actually see how everything is going with you as well.
Yeah, because I do feel like this lady would have been an aunt as well. So I feel like with the sister link, there would have been children that she would have doted on. I don't feel that she had children herself, but I feel that there would be children in the family that this lady would have spent time with and enjoyed watching them growing. So I'm not sure if anybody can take this information at this present time, but she's given me the month of February as well. So I feel like this would have been around the time that she would have passed. Not necessarily this year. I feel like she's been in spirit a little bit of time now. But as I say, it's like she passed too young. This illness came about and it just, I want to say around 6 months, because I feel like she got ill and then it kind of like progressed. Okay, so Nicola Seabrook. You can take this information. It's not your sister. She was my ex-boyfriend's sister. Okay. But can you understand all the information that we've given so far? So as I say, I feel like she would have passed before 45. The medication she was given would have put a lot of weight on, and she would have lost her hair with this illness. And then towards her passing, she would have thinned quite considerably. As I say, very arty lady, spent a lot of time in hospital.
Very
and then
generous as well.
Yes.
Very generous lady. Whenever she had the opportunity to actually, or if she had the opportunity and funds to actually, you were talking about children, to actually buy things for people, she would. Wasn't very materialistic for herself. She actually always wanted to actually buy for others.
Yeah, she had cancer.
Okay.
And would you understand the name Karen with this lady? Not necessarily her name. I always say if I give a name, I always, when we're working, I always double check the names, because you have to be certain before you give a name. So I go back and ask, is that definitely what I'm being given before I give it? So I'm always trying to be certain before I give a name. But so if Karen was not her name, I feel this name would be connected around her. So I'm not sure if you can understand that. But it's almost like she's coming through because she wants to say thank you for everything that you did. Unfortunately, I saw that this is your ex-boyfriend's sister, but she's a very kind of like fun lady before she got ill. You know, I think the illness kind of knocked the stuffing out of her. It just kind of was, the illness side of it just kind of came on quickly, and it progressed. And I do feel, I said hospital, but I do feel at the very end there was a hospice. I'm talking about literally like the last week or two, she would have been moved to a hospice environment.
And she coped with the situation very well, coped with her health very well. So even though she was actually going through and actually feeling very, very sort of unwell herself, she would try and almost cover that up as much as she could and actually be as strong as she could for everybody else.
I feel like at times she was kind of like larger than life. So she would have been like the life and soul of the party. Okay, so you saw her when she was in the hospice. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but I feel like sometimes she would put a front on for everybody. This is even before she got ill. Sometimes she didn't feel like doing things, but she would force herself to do it and kind of put a brave face on and a smile for everybody. And sometimes she just didn't quite feel like she fitted in places as well. There was that element.
Like an awkwardness on occasion.
Sometimes there could be this shyness with her. But she's talking about holidays, and I feel like she would have enjoyed. I'm seeing like Magaluf. So I've never been to Magaluf, so I've heard the rumours about Magaluf, and it sounds good fun. But I feel like she would have enjoyed time in those sort of places. So like Magaluf and Benidorm, those sort of holiday locations. And for some reason, I don't know why, but she's showing me a pair of shades. And I feel like sunglasses, and I feel like that's quite important for me to tell you that. I'm not sure what that means. Hopefully you can make sense of it. And I'm seeing daisy flowers as well. So again, I'm not sure if that means something personal to you, but the daisy is important. So
I've seen the larger daisies, not the small daisies.
Not the small ones, like the larger daisies.
Yeah, definitely so.
So hopefully that will make sense for you, along with the shades, Benidorm, and Magaluf.
But I think it's very much from her message. Her message is to actually be very.
You never got to go on holiday together.
Yeah, I think she very much would have loved to. Actually,
she's just really fun.
She's an energy giver.
Yes,
really, rather than anything else. Yeah. And I think it's once again. I think it's that energy that she's pushing forward to you as well, just to give you that extra oomph.
She's just very caring, this lady. And again, the message side of it is just, I want to say thank you for what you did and for taking the time to go and visit, because she knew you were busy. She knew you had a lot going on yourself, but you still always made that time for her and made that effort. She's talking about somebody with a car. Now, it's not a major problem here, but it's something, I want to say something to do with somebody's clutch. So I don't know if somebody's had a clutch replaced recently or somebody needs to have a look at that on a car. But she's talking about the price, and she's saying, cool, it's gone up since I had things like that done, because I think she was a bit shocked with how much this is all going to cost to get fixed. So if it's not happened yet, just keep an eye on your car. Again, nothing to worry about. But if you need something done to your car, make sure you get a good price, like shop around, don't get ripped off. So.
And don't wait till it's too late.
Yes.
Make sure you get it done nice and quickly.
If you've got a problem, just deal with it.
Yeah.
But she's very, very kind and loving. She just wants to say thank you, and she wants to just let you know that she's around and giving you a big bear hug, because I feel like this lady would have kind of given you a bear hug. She was that kind of hugger. So, and thank you. Okay, Lisa, love with you.
Okay. Right, okay. I've had, and this is yet another connection that I actually had over today. And if anybody knows this, that they will know straight away. I had an Amy come through, and she said Amy, and then she said flaming Amy. And I think it's basically, I don't know whether it relates to someone of actually, flaming Amy, that kind of reaction, or basically whether there was something with regard to her that actually gave her that nickname, or that would actually bring that to mind. She's a lovely creature. She's really positive, lovely. How would I say? She could be quite firm, but saying that, it was always with good intent. She would, and I'm getting her quite young as well. Once again, I'm actually saying probably early 20s actually. Beautiful energy, lots of time for everybody. But although she got lots of time, she would actually almost control everybody else. So she was controlling everybody else's time for their own good. So if someone sort of meanders through life and something else, she'd say, no, this is the way it needs to be done. And she'd help structure you with that. I don't know whether anybody could take this lady, but she was yet another lovely creature, lovely lady. And she doesn't like the word creature, actually. I apologise, Amy. She's a weird creature. But no, she was just a very, very nice lady, basically. Yeah. So no, and I don't know whether anybody could take this lady, but she's very, very keen, very, very energetic. Again, another energetic lady, and very much just wanted to say hello. So it's flaming Amy. but no, she was quite keen on me using the terminology as well. So apart from the creature, so can you pick up on this lady at all?
Yeah, I feel like I say the energy is very kind of like, I'm not sure if this lady would have had a condition like ADHD or something like that, because I feel very scattered way of thinking and kind of like jumping from one thing to the next. So I feel like she would have started a project but never quite finished it, because before she got a chance to finish it, she was moving on to something else. So, for example, if she started decorating a house, you'd have 2 walls wallpapered, but then you might have to wait a few months for the rest of the wallpaper to go on. She just feels very kind of high energy. She would have talked quite fast as well, because I feel like I want to speed up with my speaking.
She was very much into controlling other people, but when it actually came around to her own life, she wouldn't quite finish what she started.
Yeah, so it's just that feeling of kind of leaving things unfinished.
She'd be more interested in actually helping other people get to where they needed to be and actually put her stuff aside. So she'd never actually get to the end of it.
No. It's like with books as well. I'm seeing like stacks of books with bookmarks, but like 2/3 of the way through, but then there's bookmarks in other books because she kind of didn't quite finish that book before starting a new one. And I'm seeing magazines as well with her, like, I read a lot of trash magazines. I'm terrible, but like Take a Break, all those sort of magazines. I feel like she would have been like an avid reader of these magazines, like the Love It and things like that.
Very much a have you seen this? Have you seen that type person?
More interested in other people's lives and what sort of drama was going on with them, because I feel like her life was quite well balanced. I don't feel like she had a lot of drama going on in her life, so she enjoyed reading about everybody else's drama. Be like myself, I quite like reading a magazine or two. So I'm not sure if anybody can take that evidence, that information. No.
It seems to be jumping forward to that one.
No.
But
So I'm just going to say, you might find that somebody watches this on replay.
Okay.
A beautiful process of having this is that sometimes we'll get people that will come on, replay and resonate. So obviously if nobody can click with it or connect with it, that's fine. That messaging it's flaming Amy, a message given, and you might find that somebody later down the line shares this and then it comes out. We all know how the internet works at times. So don't worry if none of the audience can take her. I'm pretty sure she's quite a clear lady that she'd get herself where she needs to go. So I think she'd probably be doing a bit of tea.
She's probably busy reading a magazine somewhere.
I think that message will definitely get through to the right person because she's a very determined person as well.
Quite forceful nature. So hopefully somebody can understand that information and evidence there.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will do. And Claire, we've come to the end of the viewers watching. I know that hour flies by. So Claire and Thor, would you like to close in prayer? Closing prayer. There we go.
Okay. If you'd like to bow your heads and if you'd like to close your eyes, please. Divine Spirit, we thank you for joining us here this evening, for bringing forward messages of comfort, love and healing from our loved ones and giving us those reunions. We thank you for using myself and Thor as vessels to bring through that evidence and information. We ask that healing is spread out across the globe, not just to humankind, but to the animal kingdom as well, and calm and peace. With love and light and for the greater good. Amen.
Amen.
And a massive well done. You two are complete and utter pros. Like, honestly, I didn't even need to be here tonight, which is
we need you there.
I've had a busy day just to be the presenter for once. So a massive well done. You've got lots of lovely feedback from the church, and also Ronnie said a fab job. So it's been absolutely amazing and well done. So if you enjoyed this is a monthly show that Rob and I co-host. He's my co-host. He's the digital side. But this is a monthly show. It is always the first Wednesday of each month. Next month, we have got Alan, who you will have met if you've watched before. And we've got Kelly, who came on to the very first one we've done a couple of months. So Alan and Kelly in November, and that is the first Wednesday in November. Please remember to like, share and follow Thundersley Christian Spiritualist Church. You can watch this on YouTube or you can watch us on Facebook. And if you make sure that you like and follow and you are local, you get to see when the coffee mornings are happening, when Thundersley have got their open circle going on, when they've got healing. Honestly, Thundersley, in an Essex word, they're on it like a car bonnet. They've got so much going on there. We've got the lovely Claire and Thor, as they said, they are doing the coffee morning, which is the first Saturday of every month. And you'll be seeing, if you are interested, you'll be seeing me. I'm not doing till December because the second one's on my anniversary, and I don't think I'd be married if I actually go to that one. But if you want to, there is lots of wonderful mediums there that offer 20-minute readings. You do not need to pay if you're interested. Thank you very much, Rob. If with the coffee morning, see, I love working with Rob. He's just like, ka-ching, and there's the magic. So yes, so with the coffee morning, you don't have to pay to come in, but you do, because there is stalls there. You can pay for your tea, your cake. There's always scrummy cake going on there, and there's always wonderful readers available there. You get a fantastic vibe and energy. And don't forget, they also have their Clairvoyance evenings, which are on Wednesdays, and they have their divine service on Sundays. And no, Karen's asked, where is it? It's on Thundersley. It's on Bread and Cheese Hill. It's not, yeah, it's the Bread and Cheese Hill. That's what it was known. But Thundersley, Karen, is where they are. Fleet. But a massive well done to Claire and Thor. Honestly, you two are pros. I have no doubt that you do not need me anymore. You've got each other, and you've obviously done absolutely amazing messages. Honestly, you've done so well, and you work beautifully together. It is a pleasure to work with you. It's a pleasure to watch you. It's a good one. I can sit back and relax as well. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, go for it, Karen. Karen, you might even see Karen. Karen
come along, come and have a reading and a lovely coffee and a cake.
Oh yeah, they've always got nice cake.
Sausage
rolls. Oh, sausage roll. Look, we're not going on to food here. Rob would be like, come on, Claire, hurry up. And I was right. It's bread and, oh my God, we're talking about Bread and Cheese Hill now, aren't we? Bread and cheese.
Bread, cheese, sausage rolls and cake.
Sausage rolls, cakes, quiche. Oh, look, all right, everybody's going on with it now.
Yeah,
exactly. So I am now going to close the evening. Again, a massive well done to Claire and Thor. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
You're very welcome. Thank you to everybody that's come on, that's liked and shared and commented. Thank you to everybody else. We couldn't do this without the wonderful mediums here, but likewise, we couldn't continue online if we didn't have yourselves. Please make sure you check out when there's next divine service and when there are other events going on. And remember, we will be back this time next month on the first Wednesday of each month. And on that note, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. And I'll say good night to everybody.
Thank you very much.
Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.